Hey guys, it's Donna Brown here, the Work From Home Queen. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I want to talk to you about what happens when you have a customer that's unhappy. Now, I have been in business for 8 years, and I have very, very rarely, I don't think I've ever really had anyone who's been unhappy with my services, even when I was back just a virtual assistant. But recently, due to some technological failure, some emails, although they said they were sent out, the recipient said they never got them. So I'm not saying that they didn't get them. Whatever, technology didn't work properly. And they were unhappy and they requested a refund. And I refunded them, and that's fine. And I must admit, it really shook me up because I've never really had anyone who's been unhappy with my services. It's easy to take that personally. And I think for a few days I was just a bit like, oh, what went wrong? How do I fix it? And I think that's important. I think you actually do put the energy in to fix the problem so it doesn't happen again, or make sure that that crack doesn't reopen up. But one of the most important things I think that I wanted to share with you is the fact that you can't make everybody happy all the time. As a business owner, as a service provider, it is in your nature to do that. You want people to have an amazing experience when they use your service. And I think that, when someone is upset, it really affects you because you feel like you haven't delivered. And I think that one of the things that I really want you to think about, which is what I had to think about as well, that's why I'm sharing it, is that you can't make everybody happy all the time. People have different expectations on you, and they expect different things. They have different turnaround times. Some people are unrealistic, some people are realistic. There's just always a multitude of reasons why things may not work out. And quite often what I have found is if someone is complaining to you that something is not working in your business, often it's a reflection on them that that something's not right for them, and they're using you as an excuse. A great example is somebody pulled the pin and didn't want to participate in my mentoring anymore, and their excuse was it wasn't working. But what I found out later on when they admitted to me was they actually didn't have any money. And when we went even deeper, they also hadn't done any of the activities to actually generate an income. So rather than admitting it to themselves that, yes, I wasn't actually pulling my finger out and doing the work to get the clients, what they actually decided to say was, hey, Donna's stuff isn't working, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And you know what? That's their problem. You have to learn to let that go. And particularly if you want to build your business up to as big as however big you want to get it, you're going to hit more and more walls of people who will give you excuses. The more exposure you have, the bigger you get, the more people that you're going to annoy, purely because it's a numbers game. The more exposed you are to the more number of people, the more people are going to get annoyed with you, and you have to learn to let that go. I'll never forget the time when somebody called me a sham because I was looking for a VA, and I put an ad out on Seek, and a lawyer replied back to me wanting to do the job, but she didn't have the right skill set. And I said, unfortunately she had made the cut. And then she went on and on and on about how much of a scam and a sham I am. And that one I actually burst out laughing because I know I'm not a sham. The VA industry is very real. I've been doing it for 8 years. But she was obviously not used to rejection, and she didn't like it, and that's how she retaliated. Just a small, it's a little bit longer than normal video. It's at 4 minutes now, but I just want to share that with you because no matter whether you're a VA or a coach or a practitioner or any service provider, you're never going to make everybody happy, and that's okay. You need to learn to let that go. So I hope you have an awesome day, and I'd love to hear your thoughts below on situations on where you did your absolute best for someone and they still weren't happy, and how did that make you feel? Did it affect your business? Did you just brush it off your shoulder? Were you thick-skinned enough to just go, well, that's not my problem? Or did it really affect you, and how did you overcome that? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hope you have an awesome day. Bye.